waking up. His Folgers in your gun.
What is that?
It's not Folgers, but it's coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you need coffee for? You a bitch?
No.
What is it? Are you tired or something?
No, I'm not tired. I'm not tired.
Good. Because if you tell yourself you're tired, you will be tired.
Who said that? Quote him for me.
LeBron James. LeBron James.
Wow.
I know,
Words
right?
to live by. If you say you're tired, you will be tired.
Exactly. So don't tell yourself that you're tired. It's all about the journey. You know? It's all about the journey.
All right. So we got that shit down. You ready to start?
Yes.
So, brother, what did we just finish watching? I don't know what number it was.
You were realistically speaking, I don't even know what number it was. 55 or 57? Which one is it?
I think it was 57.
57?
If we're wrong, we're about to get roasted. But
Right.
I mean, I'm not a football fan. I know you kind of like football,
Yeah.
casual football fan.
Yeah.
And obviously, like everybody else in the world, the one day that we watch football is the Super Bowl.
Yeah. You
So,
have to.
I'm not gonna lie, I would usually skip the Super Bowl, but this year, you know, I wanted to see Tom Brady get his 7th chip, and my man did not disappoint. So once again, I'm not a football fan, but I am a fan of like legacies and people achieving great things, and Tom Brady going for his 7th chip and actually achieving it at his age, especially with the crew this guy put together.
Yo, that guy's a bad man. You know.
Bro, how do you
Goats.
bring your boy out of retirement? You're like, listen, man, you want one more? Listen, bro, do you want one more? You want one more shit?
Bro, how do you go from a team, okay, that's already solid, whatever, you're doing your thing out there, you've been doing your thing out there for years. Then you're like, oh, whatever, I'm gonna offer, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's talking shit about you. But nah, he can't do it anymore. He don't got it like that. He stays quiet, makes it to the Super Bowl, and wins.
Quiet run to the Super Bowl, too, because he came back at the end. I know he started off rough, too, so he still had the haters on him.
Exactly. That's crazy.
Hey, man, impressive performance. Shout out to Tom Brady.
Real shit.
Collabs for Tom Brady, the GOAT. The GOAT.
Real shit.
And me and Killian were talking about it earlier, man. Might be the biggest GOAT in his individual sport right now, active.
Yeah,
Possibly.
Facts.
Possibly. You know, we got guys like LeBron out there, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Messi fighting it out there. I personally think Ronaldo's the GOAT. Sorry, Messi fans. But you know, there's lots of... We're lucky to see a lot of great players playing right now.
Greatness.
Yep. We're lucky enough to witness it, and I think we are witnessing the greatest football player of all time. Like, once again, not a football fan, so football fans out there might be like, no, you're wrong. This person, that person.
Yo, it's an opinion, bro.
Well, I don't know their names, so... Also, Mahomes, what do you think about his performance this game? He had a rough one.
Bro, I never really liked like his style of play, realistically speaking. You know?
How so?
I don't know. He's not like... He's a great player, great quarterback. Like, I feel like he's going to be great too. You know what I mean? But, I don't know. He's not my guy. He's not my guy. Today was rough, man. The defense had him. Mm-hmm. The defense, I feel bad for him. But he won last year, so he's good, you know?
Yeah, he won one last year. I mean, listen, I love the kid. Good dude. Like, a lot of people calling him the young GOAT.
Yeah.
Once again, not know much, but I know who these guys are. A lot of big names in this game too. You know, AB got his touchdown. Gronk got 2.
Bro, but that has to. We did not see him after that touchdown.
No, he disappeared, but he got his touchdown. And actually, did you know that was his first ring?
Yeah, I knew that. That I knew.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, hey man, shout out to AB. AB is like the Dwight Howard of last year, bro. He got himself a chip. Finally.
AB's the swaggiest man in the NFL, bro.
Bro, only a swaggy man could pull off a fucking blonde mustache.
AB.
That's the when I see that guy with the blonde mustache, I'm like, damn, bro, you must really not be concerned with anybody's opinions, bro. You're the most confident man on the planet.
Facts.
My man walked out with a blonde mustache, blue hair. He did not care. There's a bar.
Bars.
Bars.
Are you a rapper or something?
Of course, that was off the dome, off the chromosome.
Yo. Yo. You got it like that, sister?
Yeah, I mean, look, that was a pretty basic bar, but sure, yeah, I got it like that.
That's crazy, bro.
I know my ABCs.
Wow. You want to keep going?
Yeah. No. This mic is for podcasting. I'm podcasting only.
Nah, but I mean, I just thought like, oh, for now, okay.
For now, yeah, you know, maybe one day we'll hop in the studio. You can make a little beat for me or something.
We'll hop in the studio. You're the rapper, you know what I mean? So.
You don't want to be my producer? You're my right hand man.
I mean, we could talk about it later.
All right, sure, that's no problem.
Yeah.
Speaking of music, halftime show. What'd you think? Look at that transition, bro.
That was good. Good.
So halftime show, man. Shoutouts to a Toronto artist.
Facts.
The Weeknd. Solo. I think he's first artist to do a solo act, like no guest appearances.
Yeah.
And also the first Canadian artist to do the Super Bowl halftime show.
That's crazy.
So big shout out to The Weeknd.
Yeah.
Big shout out. He poured $7 million of his own money. So my guy didn't even get paid to do that show.
Damn.
He literally paid to do the show, which is honestly for me, that's like a genius move. That's like, he knows that this is like a huge career moment for him.
Facts.
And not only like, he knows all the pressure that's on, like first Canadian to do it, solo act, and it's the Super Bowl. Like he knows all the benefits that are gonna come to him after. I think that like $7 million is like, that's a lot. I don't know if that's a lot for him, but like that's a lot of money.
But that's exactly what investing in yourself is, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like he invested in himself and he made a huge show.
Yeah.
That stage set was cool. The whole dance on the pitch. I don't know, do you even call it a pitch in football? The field.
Yeah.
The field in football. That was a great performance. Like I actually really enjoyed that. And then for those who haven't seen it, go take a look. Shout out to the Toronto man, Tom Brady.
Yeah,
I mean,
man. This guy's
The Weeknd. The Weeknd.
Shout out to Tom Brady though, for real.
Shout out to Tom Brady, but man, that coffee's not working.
Yeah, you about to fall asleep for real, bro.
But anyways, speaking of another Toronto man, or he's not really from Toronto, but he plays in Toronto, Fred VanVleet.
Yeah, what you think, bro?
Oh my goodness. Another congratulations. Yo. 54 points. 11 3-pointers made. 74%. 74%.
That boy was worth his money.
74%, 54 points. Ridiculous. New franchise high, right?
Yes, sir.
He was really worth the money, man. Like, Freddy, I think, like, who would you rank as, like, the top 5 most loved Raptors? Like, should I say all time? Maybe of the last, like, 10 years. Hey, there we go. Well, technical difficulties for the first time on the podcast.
That's crazy. Are we still recording?
Of course. Don't worry. We'll cut that part out. So, anyways, top 5 Raptors of... Should we do all time or should we do last 10 years?
I mean, who do you have in mind right now? Like, you want me to say what I have in mind?
So I'm thinking of like fan favorites though. I'm not saying like top 5 like best
numbers
players.
wise, like fan
yeah,
favorites.
not numbers wise, like fan favorites, players that the fans loved.
Okay, so like number 1, I'd go with Vince Carter. For sure. Like Vince Carter helped made Toronto, bro. We didn't have a nightlife before Vince Carter came to Toronto. Number 2, DeMar, I would say. 3, Chris Bosh.
You're naming the best players.
Yeah, I mean, like, realistically speaking, like, and after that it would be like Kyle Lowry and then Fred. Who else would it be?
All right, so this is how I would rank it. I think I would put Kyle Lowry first.
You think Kyle Lowry is more liked than Vince Carter ever was?
I mean, I don't know if people will see it right now, but I think once he's done, I think he will be the most loved rapper because he won us a chip. He stayed here for so long. He's a dog. He's funny. Man, the way that the Raptors team is now, and the insight that we got is stuff that we did not get in Vince Carter's time. You know what I mean? Like, we're seeing all these locker room clips, all this funny stuff. Yeah. So I would say Kyle Lowry number one. I would say Vince maybe second. DeMar third. Fred. And then Serge Ibaka. Mafuzi. Once again, remember, fan favorites. I'm talking about players who I felt like the city really loved. Like, you know? So, I think, like, Bosch, I think he was a great player, but I don't know if the city loved him that much. You know what I mean? Kawhi, I think, yeah, he won us a chip, so that's why he gets a lot of love.
Yeah.
But, like, I wouldn't put him over, like, Freddy or Ibaka in terms of, like, love from the city. You know?
Yeah, I guess.
At least maybe, like, for a more casual fan, maybe. But then I feel like that's just because they know they're just going off of the nameplate that they know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
More so than like when you like follow the team, I feel like there's certain players that you fall in love with, and I think like Fred, Ibaka, Kyle, like those are some of the like the most like at least like I love them, and I think fans love them as well on the team.
I mean, I don't know, but like Ibaka, because he did a bunch of shit out here. His show, he did a bunch of shit out here. People actually loved him, bro.
Bro, like, and man, Mafuzi, he's a good-looking dude, too. My guy's got his commercials, his show, his, like, not saying he's a bad player. He's a great player, but, like, for the player that he is, he's got so much stuff going on outside of the game, you know?
Facts.
Like,
but he doesn't even do that shit anymore.
What, his show?
I don't think so.
I mean, he puts long breaks between it, you know? Like, watch, we're gonna get, like, a random... It's also been COVID, too. You know,
that too, yeah, that's true.
So that's another thing. Like, what is he gonna invite some random NBA player in the middle of COVID to come have a meal? Right. You know, it doesn't make sense. And then the whole production crew and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So,
damn, COVID really fucked us up, man.
Yeah, man. But, anyways, shout out to Fred VanVleet.
Damn, we got carried away.
I mean, like, big shout out to Fred VanVleet. Actually, career like this guy. We were talking about the weekend earlier. Bet on yourself. Bet on yourself, Fred VanVleet, man. Undrafted. He's a franchise leader. Like in a game of points scored. Like that's ridiculous. An undrafted player be doing that. You know what I mean? He got his paycheck. He's putting the points down. Shout outs to him.
You better keep that shit going, bro.
Man, who knows? I feel like the way the Raptors are looking, like they might have to send him somewhere else at some point.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I feel like they're gonna rebuild at some point, man. They might retool.
They're not getting rid of Fred. They're not getting rid of Fred.
Yeah. I feel like if like you're bottom feeders, you have to do the man nice and send him over to a team somewhere else where you can win a chip. You know?
They have to send someone over right now, it'd be Kyle Lowry, but not Fred, bro.
Nah, man. Kyle Lowry's got to retire Raptor.
What?
Kyle Lowry's got to retire Raptor.
What? He's not going to, bro.
Kyle Lowry's got to retire Raptor.
They're gonna trade him, I promise you.
Yeah.
I'm giving it 2 years.
The first person I trade is Pascal.
Masai would keep Pascal for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Like I'm not.
I mean, I know Fred and Pascal are like our most valuable chips.
Exactly. No? Kyle Lowry's gonna have to go if we're trying to rebuild. Kyle Lowry's gonna have to go.
Well, for now, let's enjoy the guys we have. Like, I still love the team. They're not performing well, but I still love the heart they have and who they are as a team.
He's a dog, man. He's a dog.
Yeah, he's a dog, man.
They played Brooklyn. This week, and KD didn't play, but like Kyle Lowry balled.
What did he drop?
He went crazy. You want me to grab the stats right now? I don't have them like remembered, but he played really good. He played really well. Like shutting down Kyrie Irving, shutting down James Harden. Like, damn.
KD didn't. KD's been.
Oh no, KD played, but he got pulled out mid game.
Yeah, I remember he was pissed about that.
Yeah, like how does that happen?
I don't know, man.
How the fuck does that happen?
The way the NBA is going about it just doesn't make sense to me. I feel like the way the NHL is doing it makes so much more sense. Like, have your divisions and just keep them locked into different sides of the country, and you know, it just like makes more sense than them spreading all over the place.
Yeah, but the Raptors being in Tampa is crazy. Like, that's whack. That's why they're playing so shit.
Who knows, man? They're not, now their city team just won the Super Bowl, so maybe they'll start playing well. Maybe they'll be inspired. Pray for the Raptors. I don't know if they're gonna make the playoffs this year. We'll see.
I need a playoff run for sure.
Anyway, brother. So, your boy, the man, the king, Mr. LeBron, self-proclaimed king.
Whoa.
But king nonetheless.
You call him King James, don't you?
I do, of course, but that's because he calls himself King James.
Oh, so you call him King James because he calls
himself King James, exactly.
Nah, I don't believe that. You know he's the king.
I know he's the king?
You know that.
Okay, my bad. Let me take a knee for the king.
You should.
King James gets into a beef courtside with what some people like to call a sugar mama.
Nah,
no, not a sugar mama. She has a sugar daddy. A gold digger, exactly. She has a sugar daddy.
But we don't label women now. It's 2021. Exactly.
Well, here's the thing, though.
We don't label people.
So one thing that's funny about that whole situation is I think LeBron, like, got out of that, like, pretty clean for, like, the situation that happened. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
I feel like I was surprised that no women were like, yo, why is this guy telling, like, a girl to, like, shut up and leave or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I when I first heard, like, the clip and stuff, I'm like, oh, this is gonna turn out bad. Like, somebody's gonna be like, man, how do you talk to a woman like that or something? And it was gonna become a whole issue.
Exactly.
And, like, nothing happened. Nothing happened. I'm like, wow. And, like, to be honest, like, I don't mind that stuff. And I actually wish they didn't get kicked out of the game, because I think it's kind of, like, fun to have fans back again. Yeah. And I think, like, heckling is part of it. I know people are going to say, like, you know, players don't deserve it, blah, blah, blah. I feel like that's part of sports.
Facts.
You know? Like, I feel like that's entertaining. I want to see LeBron, like, have some girl, like, chirping him, and then after he goes on the court and drops, like, 40 or something, you know? Like, that's exciting. That's a story. Like, that's what you want to see. And it's like, oh, we haven't seen fans out there in so long that it's like, oh, you know, like, I get why they got kicked off, but it's like, come on, man. I feel like if it wasn't for the fact that there's, like, no fans in the arena, yeah, I don't think that situation would have played the same way. Because, like, you're not hearing that person, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's just because their voice is 10 times louder. Like, I'm sure fans have said way worse stuff to LeBron, and I know nothing too bad was said, because if something really bad was said, LeBron would have made something of it after the game. You know what I mean? If she dropped, like,
he said that he enjoyed that anyways. It's not even about how bad things have been said.
Yeah,
It's more like this guy's been in the picture for so long. He's been talking shit to LeBron for, like, years now.
Yeah, so, like, but that's what I'm saying. So that's why I was like, it was funny that she still got kicked out of the game, you know? Yeah. Like, I get that situation was getting heated, but then, you know, whatever, calm it down, sit down, and, like, enjoy the game, you know? And, like, let it keep going, because like, if anything truly bad happened, like, let's say she dropped, like, a racial slur or something messed up, like, the story would have been way bigger. Like, that story was so quiet that it must have not been, like, anything too crazy, you know? Because LeBron just came out and said, like, hey, she said her piece, I said my piece. Like, oh, and that's one thing he said too that I was surprised he also got clean with, is he was just like, it was a conversation between two grown men, and then someone decided to step in and stuff. I'm like, oh man, Bron, you're setting yourself up for people to attack, and nobody did. And I'm like, damn, bro, like, this could have been way bigger of a story, and just, like, nothing happened. It was discussed for, like, that day and the next day, and then that was the end of it. Did you think the same thing?
Because he was speaking facts.
Oh, bro, be careful, man. I feel like that's only because, like it's mostly like guys who watch the NBA, so nobody like picked that apart. But I literally thought, I'm like, oh man, like, this guy, like, LeBron would never get canceled because, like, he's LeBron James and everything he's done. But, like, I was really scared for him in that moment. I'm like, LeBron, man, watch what you're saying, because people are gonna pick this apart.
He's LeBron James. He gets away with whatever he wants. That's why you call him king.
That's why I call him king?
That's why you call him king.
Oh, my bad. Are you his prince?
What?
Are you his prince?
No, I can't be.
You can't be his prince?
There's no way.
Why?
I'm a different breed. That's why. That's why.
All right, people, take that as you will. Take that as you will.
That's all it is.
So, keeping on with LeBron, man. He was talking about the All-Star game this week.
Yeah, that's dumb.
And about how he's not excited for that and anything. And I agree with you. So this is one thing I think we both agree with the players on this one.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to hold an All-Star game. Like, why? First of all these players are being pulled out of the game and games are getting postponed and this and that. Why the hell? Why would you take multiple players from different teams and have them come play an All-Star game? First of all, fans don't give a fuck. Okay? Yes, I know, man. But there's no money to be made right now. It's COVID. Like, you know what I mean? There's no fans in the stands. Like, the only money that would come from it is promotion. And I feel like I know sometimes people say bad. What do you call it? Bad press is still like good. Like, still has its benefits.
Yeah, facts.
But I feel like this is like bad press a little bit. You know, this is. Like, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, no, it doesn't make any sense.
They have to make the money. The All-Star game for the NBA is like the Super Bowl for NFL, one of the biggest events during the year. Man, not that big of an event. Like, I'm comparing like for the actual league, not worldwide. That was really a dumb reaction. But anyways, you might have to cut that one out. But whatever. Anyway.
No, I don't think I will cut that one out. I don't think I will cut that out.
Okay, don't then. For the NBA, the All-Star game is a big event for them. They're making money.
Is the All-Star game bigger than like the NBA Finals?
No, it's not. Definitely not. But it is an event where people make money, don't they?
Yeah, they make money, but like,
that's what I mean.
Sense, man.
Yeah, it makes sense from a
business.
You could
kill. Okay, so we just said the NBA Finals is bigger than the All-Star game, right?
No. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah.
So, you have this All-Star game. A breakout happens. All these players take COVID back to their team. What happens? The season gets canceled, let's say.
Facts.
Or postponed for a long time.
Facts.
You lose your finals.
You
lose all the games that people are watching. Is
You're
that
right.
worth it?
You're right.
Is that worth it?
You're right. But this is not the business aspect of things. That's what I'm trying to let you understand. You know what I mean?
But I understand that. I'm acknowledging that. That's fine.
That's it.
I'm just saying that it's still stupid. And I don't care about the business aspect. And it should be canceled. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. But, like, the way these guys are looking at it right now, they lost a lot of things. They lost a lot of time and money with this whole COVID thing. So they're trying to pick everything back up right now. We're all saying it's a bad thing, but at the same time, like, I don't know, man. Look, why are they even playing ball right now? People were questioning that shit at the beginning, right?
I mean, at this point, I feel like as someone who loves sports and had a year without it,
exactly,
or like most of a year without it, I feel like it's necessary. But that's like, they've proven already that they could have done it safely. And a bubble, I know they couldn't do that for a full season because these players would lose their minds.
Exactly.
I think the NBA kind of mishandled the way they did it.
Facts. That I agree with.
The NHL, they have also had games postponed and issues.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that they did it is so much smarter. They created new divisions. They realigned everything just for one season to keep it more secluded. So they have the East United States, the West United States, the Central U.S., and then the North Division, which is all the Canadian teams. And right now, the North Division, which is all the Canadian teams, which obviously we're a different case than the States, we've been fine. No COVID cases, like, knock on wood, I don't want it to happen, but no COVID cases, no postponed games. Like, North Division's been safe and secure. And I'm playing fantasy this year. If you pick, like, star players from teams other than Canadian teams, you're kind of screwed because games keep getting postponed and quarantines and things like that, and your fantasy is screwed because if you play a team that has Matthews or McDavid or something like that, you're getting lit up that week because you have nobody to play and you're not dropping those guys, they're stars. But besides the point, back to the NBA, I think the way that they set up the divisions just doesn't make sense. I feel like they could have set it up more intelligently and kind of done like the same idea, split up the states into certain sectors and kept those divisions and only had those teams play each other. And then in the playoffs, do what they're doing now where teams are moving around and have to play each other because it's the playoffs, obviously. Yeah. Or you go back into the bubble for a playoff playoff again. You know what I mean? So you keep your separate divisions secluded, and then after when the playoffs come, you bring the bubble back, and do a playoff run. You know, so that's it. That like at least that way, like I know the bubble sucks, and like these players like complained about how the bubble was tough and everything, but like obviously the players have to be down with this whole plan. You know what I mean?
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. It's just
and all these leagues, I'm pretty sure this season are losing money. Like they're not making any money this year. They're like they're losing money because ticket sales matter so much, and right now they're not making that money. Like I know for a fact the NHL is not making money because the commissioner said before the year like we would save more money by not even having a season, but we're doing it because they're doing it for the growth of the game. Like, you know, for the league to keep growing and be bigger. No, I believe it, 100%. I believe it, man. Because the thing is, these guys already have their contracts signed with these television companies, right? So the like whoever's airing them, they already have those contracts signed. That's already like the steady income that they've been making, and that's the same. Nothing's changed. But they lost all the money from the ticket sales, and those matter a lot.
Facts,
like ticket sales matter, man. Like
it
that's
does.
Where all the money comes from. Like someone sitting at the top bowl at a Leafs game is paying $120 to sit at the very last seat, and imagine all the people around that bowl, and then around and around and around, and the more you go in, how much they're paying. You're paying like freaking $500, whatever, to sit close. If you know, so they make a lot of money from those ticket sales, man, and. Like I believe that, man, and I think
I
these
feel like
leagues,
at that point they have to find another way to make money, bro. That's what big business.
Well, that's why now they have you're watching the season now. You see those advertisements. Like I'm not used to that. That wasn't on the helmet before. You know how the Leafs have like the Scotiabank logo on their head. Like that used to just be like a Leafs logo, right? Like teams didn't have any advertisement on them before in the NHL, and now they do. So, and now the divisions are sponsored by sponsors as well. So that's how they're trying to recoup the money. But
like bro, this year I feel like I've seen the Leafs play with so many more jerseys than in the past years, like different jerseys.
They always have other jerseys. Like they always have an alternate and a St. Patty's and things like that. They always have like a good like four jerseys a year. Yeah, there's always a home, away, and alternate. And then they have special jerseys. Like we always wear the St. Pat's jerseys on St. Patty's Day. Or a game near St. Patrick's Day, because the St. Pat's were like the original, like one of the older Leafs teams before they became the Leafs. And then like this year they did the reverse retro, so all the teams have a reverse retro, which is that gray jersey you've seen, which I still don't like, but like it
look ugly as fuck.
It looks better than when I saw it the first time, but like it's still not the best. So yeah, they always have different jerseys. Regardless, like back to these leagues, and the money they're making and how they're raising all that stuff. I don't know. Final verdict for me is the All-Star game should be canceled, and that's that. Just for the safety precautions, and regardless of the money being made, like, you know, you're at risk of losing the rest of the season. So
it's easy for you to say that none of your money's getting fucking touched.
Man, they'll make it back. And like I just said, if it goes south, you're losing more money in the long run anyway.
Yeah, but kids, remember, no risk, no reward. That's for you.
I mean, that's true, but it looks like we're going to come to a head on this one, so maybe we should move on.
D.Rose.
Traded to New York for D.Smith Jr. in a second.
That's disrespect.
How do you feel about that?
Disrespect.
For what? For who? D.Rose?
For D.Smith. But at the same time, okay, so
he wasn't getting PT, right? That was the guy who went down.
Yeah, he wasn't getting PT, so he asked the management to go to the G League so he could keep like playing and shit, and they agreed to let him go. And then now, like a week later, you get traded for D.Rose, which for D.Rose is amazing because he's going back to what's his name, Coach Tibbs, Chicago coach. So like I don't know, I feel like for D.Rose it's amazing, but for D.Smith.
I mean, I feel like that works for him too. He was going to the G League anyways. He wasn't getting PT. Like, he'll get PT on Detroit.
You think so?
Yeah. Why? Do you think D. Smith is a better player than D. Rose?
No, I just think that D.Rose is a better fit for Detroit than D.Smith is.
I mean, but they're bottom. They're bottom now. They're probably just trying to recoup assets at this point.
Exactly. They have to go through a rebuild some way somehow because Blake Griffin's playing like ass. The rookie that just drafted got injured.
Mm-hmm. How old is D.Smith? Is he still pretty young?
I want to say like 26, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah, and like, what do you think about the fits for each of them? How will they fit into the system? How will they play for the team? I know it doesn't really matter for Detroit, but
New York, I think D-Rose is gonna do well out there.
Yeah, is D-Rose a starter out there or nah?
It depends. I don't know. I would hope so, and then RJ would have to play shooting guard. Some shit like that. That could work actually. That's a solid team right there.
Yeah, D-Rose PG?
D-Rose PG, RJ shooting guard. I don't know who the small forward is right now, but Julius Randle at the 4. That's a solid team.
Is Topaz starting?
I think he got injured.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, some shit like that.
Damn, that's rough. That's rough.
Yeah, he got injured like ankles or some shit like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So, I mean, not the craziest trade out there.
No.
Not too much to say. I mean, good for D-Rose. Not like the Knicks are the most competitive, but they're definitely more competitive than Detroit, which is good for him because my guy doesn't have a lot of years left.
He has no years left. That guy should have been done a long ass time ago.
Man, the D-Rose hate is real. I was hoping he would go to the Clippers.
I don't hate him.
You don't hate him? Are you sure?
I don't hate D-Rose. I just don't think he's as great or as people say.
Yeah, I mean, well, the man got injured, man. Like, leave him be.
I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? I've said that shit before. Like, I feel like him.
Yeah, but like, what he's adding to the team is not MVP D-Rose. What he's adding to the team is what D-Rose is today, and D-Rose is still a good player. Like, he's not a bad player. He'll benefit the team.
You're
like
right.
This, he's gonna get PT. Dennis Smith Jr. was going to the G League. To me, this looks like a good trade for New York.
Yeah, for New York, it's a dub. Now for Detroit, I don't know. It could be a good thing too.
They got a second rounder. I don't know what that's worth, but second rounder and D.Smith. Like, I feel like that's a pretty fair trade
for D-Rose.
Yeah. So, another trade rumor. Feel like we get new trade rumors every week.
Yes, sir.
Last week we talked about Lonzo and JJ. Leaving the Pelicans. So the rumor is Lonzo to Chicago. What do you think about that? How do you think he would fit on that team?
I'm just wondering what the fuck Chicago would have to give up.
What would you guess? Like, what would a trade look like with Chicago for Lonzo?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I would not want to see Zach LaVine gone from Chicago, but I could see it happen.
What? I feel like that's too much for Lonzo.
I know, but like it's
no.
Just...
I feel like Zach LaVine's staying. I feel like they're getting Lonzo as support. You know.
Yeah, but for some reason, I have this feeling where, like, I really think Zach LaVine could be gone for some reason. Because he's been playing well, but they have younger players that are also playing well.
I mean, yeah, but Zach LaVine's not that old, though.
He's not that old, but I don't even think that's a system for him anyways.
Really? I feel like he's been playing, like, his best basketball.
I mean, the best that we've seen from him, yeah, that's true. But I just don't think the system works around him. What the fuck? I can't speak today, bro.
So if they add Lonzo, does that help the situation, or depending on who they trade? So who other than Zach LaVine, who are they trading over? Do you think? I feel like they would trade like
Kobe
not
White.
Zach LaVine.
Kobe White's out there. Who else is out there? I don't even know that many players from Chicago, to be honest with you. Chicago's has lower. I just know like 2-3 players out there.
Because I don't think Lonzo's value is that high right now.
It's not.
I think you could get Lonzo on the cheap right now.
But like,
especially with his contract expiring.
Facts, but like it's Chicago. Like no one out there is like no one out there is like worth Lonzo. What are you getting for Lonzo from Chicago? That's what I'm saying.
Can you get a pick?
Like, are you just getting a pay for Lonzo?
Is a first rounder enough for Lonzo?
I don't think so either.
A first rounder and like a role player?
Exactly, but which role player is in Chicago? Like, Chicago ain't it, bro. Like, these guys are bottom of the tables and shit.
I don't know
like,
their lineup that well, bro.
That's
so
what
I
I'm
can't
saying.
really talk.
Like, Chicago ain't it either. 9-13, they ain't doing too much, bro. They ain't doing too much. Like, we don't know the boys out there. Zach LaVine, Lauri Markkanen, Otto Porter Jr. Like, nah, that team ain't it. You know what I mean? Like, what are you giving up to get Lonzo?
So you think it's a rumor more than anything? You don't think that trade is gonna happen?
I just don't know why Chicago would go after Lonzo right now. Like, there's
Maybe
no
in
point.
hopes of signing him and keeping him after. Stay with LaVine.
I doubt it, man. If Lonzo goes a free agent, he's going to play with his brother. That's for sure.
I mean, I don't think Charlotte would sign him.
I would not.
They've got too many guys in that position.
Yeah, but
does it make sense?
Yeah, but LaMelo's the best one at this point, or he has the best future at this point.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna get rid of Rozier and like sign Lonzo?
Yeah, because that brother chemistry is already there. It's like why not?
So you think Charlotte's thinking the same way?
No,
Because they
I
love
don't.
Rozier.
I
And
don't.
MJ loves Rozier.
I don't think Charlie's thinking the same way. I'm just like, I'd rather work on a chemistry now that could get me somewhere than.
Yeah, you would. Like, I get your train of thought. I would love to see them play together too. But the question is that realistic? Would that happen? So you're saying you think it will. Do you think it will? Like, do you think Lonzo's actually going to sign with Charlotte at the end of the year?
I believe it. It's possible. He's a free agent. Why not?
Yeah. I mean, like, what would you do then? Trade Rozier for, like, another piece to fill up another lineup position or what?
Probably. Because
Like,
at that point...
where do those guys need help right now? In what position? Center, you were saying, no?
Yeah, they need a big man. But, like, their team is solid, though. That's what I'm saying.
Their team is... That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm like, why do you break something good to sign Lonzo Ball?
Because you want that brother chemistry, bro.
Man, I think that we value that more than an NBA team values that.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's all business, but like I get what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you were talking heavy about business earlier. You know what I mean? Like,
it's all business, but bro, Lonzo and LaMelo would give you money, wouldn't they? It's all business at the end of the day. That's Showtime basketball, isn't it?
I mean, man, I don't know right now. Like, yeah, they would just because of the name and because they're brothers. But like, I feel like Lonzo, as much as I love the guy, I feel like his value is just gone way down. You know what I mean?
It's gone way down. It's because of the
injuries, but also like the performances, man. Like, you know, you can't be dropping 5 points. Like, you know, you can't. And you're supposed to be a playmaker too. You can't be like if you're getting less than like what 6 assists a game, like something's wrong. You know, like
I mean facts, but at the same time, he's not the main option on that team. That's what his problem was.
But I don't think he would be the main option on many teams. The guy's not a scorer.
He needs to reevaluate his game, that boy.
Well, yeah, exactly. He needs to work some comp. But that's what I'm saying. If the guy reassesses and fixes up and stuff, like, that's a different story. But we're talking about the Lonzo that's here right now.
Yeah.
And I don't see why, like, it doesn't matter that he's LaMelo's brother. Like, he's not better than the guys that you have right now. Why would you take him? Like, it doesn't make sense. Other than what you're saying, the brother chemistry and like the fun of it, the showtime of it. Like, yeah, the novelty is fun, but I think this team right now, like, they've been shit for so long that I don't think they would take a risk like that just to, like, you know. I feel like maybe if LaMelo was there for a long time and he was like the franchise player, then that's a different story. Then he's got more pull. Then it's kind of like Giannis getting his brother in Milwaukee. You know, like, that's a different story, right?
That could happen though.
Yeah, bro, I could see it happening in the future.
Yeah.
But I think players need to leave that team to make room for the brothers, because those guys don't play a position that they need right now. They have better players in those positions than either brothers, than Lonzo or Jello. You know what I mean? So yeah, I could see it happening one day, but I see that happening when that's really LaMelo's team. It's not his team right now. I don't think it's like going to be his team next year. Like, maybe in the third season, then he like takes over. He's a great player. I think he deserves to be a starter. I want to call him the best player on the team, but I don't know if I can give him that credit yet.
Why not?
I mean, like, Hayward's still on the squad and he's playing well this season. Terry Rozier's playing well too. Like, they've got some guys. You know, they got some names on that team. That team's nice. Like, that team is like solid. That's a solid squad, and I think that just like with how young he is, because he's really young too. He's 19, no? So
yeah, some shit like that.
Like, he's still young. I don't see this guy taking over a team Like I see him being like the young player that like is really great. You know what I mean? But I don't see him like being a leader until a couple seasons in. You know, when he gets a little bit of XP on him.
Yeah.
And then when that time comes, then you're running the ship, and then things are a different story. You know what I mean? Then you could be like, hey, I want my brothers on the team, and then you could finagle around. And still at that point, I feel like if you're bringing on Jello, like you're bringing him on to be on the bench, and then you're bringing on Lonzo to either be a starter or come off the bench. I don't know what Lonzo's future is right now. You know what I mean? Like
Lonzo should just be on the bench, just to play for a team and start off the bench. That's it.
You think he should come off the bench? You think his days as a starter are done?
It's not that they're done. It's just like that. It's like this, bro. It's the same process that they did with LaMelo. I feel like when him starting on the bench, you get to learn more. Like you're actually looking at the game. You see how these people are playing.
But this guy. But at this point, Lonzo's not a rookie anymore. He's pretty much a vet at this point.
Whoa, come on,
bro. He's like, I mean, he's been in the league is 4 seasons now. Bro, listen, a vet, like, doesn't just mean that you're fucking 30-something. Like, you know, you could be a vet after, like, 4 or 5 seasons in the league.
Really?
Yes, bro. You're a vet. You've been playing. You're a vet. Like, you know, you're not a rookie anymore.
You're a vet after 4 or 5 seasons in the league.
Yeah. Bro, we toss around the term vet just for, like, an old-ass player. But, like, that's not... Like, you're a veteran when you've had, like, some experience. When you've been playing in the league. Lonzo's been playing in the league. He's not a rookie anymore. What is he learning off the bench? He's too old to, like, be doing that. He should be, like, achieving things at this point.
What? 4 seasons in the league, he should be achieving things? Jesus Christ.
What? You don't think so? You don't think he should start, like, at least be a starter with all the hype that's been behind him? That, like, after this many seasons in the league,
but what I'm saying, Lonzo's not that type of player. He's just not that type to start the game. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. He's not that type of player. So, like, bro, like, he's a disappointment. Is he not?
Damn, you're rough on the kid.
But is he not a disappointment, though?
No, really, bro. He's been injured.
Man, he's been healthy this season.
No, really. He just came back in injury like 2 weeks ago.
How long was he injured? He wasn't injured that long, was he?
It was an ankle, though. So his ankle has been like
man, listen, I feel bad for Lonzo. I feel bad for him. I just, like, you know, like, I think that he's capable of more. And I don't know what's limiting him. Like, if it's a confidence thing or what. Nah, man, but it's not just, like, yes, the injuries, but, like, it's a confidence thing, too. You know?
You don't think Lonzo's confident enough to ball?
Hell no. I don't think when you're driving to the hoop and it's open for a layup and you chuck it out, you're not confident, like, in your skill. Because at that point, all you gotta do is put your hand up and it's an easy bucket. Like, I've literally seen this guy with, like, no one around him. Like, he could literally just raise his hand, get an easy layup, try to, like, toss it out for a 3-pointer and stuff. And it's just like, man, just score your points. Meanwhile, his brother is out here literally going through a crowd, over, under, boom, off the bucket, like, you know, off the backboard, in, scoring nice buckets, tough buckets. Like, Lonzo, you get easy buckets sometimes, easy buckets. But people, like, let you free because they know that you're not gonna go for it. You're gonna pass out. Like, he's a pass first. Like, he should play more like LaMelo plays. Like, you know what I mean? He's got the same passing skill.
But LaMelo's a pass first guy too, bro.
Like, that's what I'm saying. They're both pass first guys, but yeah. LaMelo scores points. He doesn't score points. That's the thing. You have to have some versatility to your game. Every time this guy drives, we all know what he's going to do. LaMelo, at least you know, like, oh, you have to respect the pass, but he could still score a bucket on you.
Yeah.
Lonzo, it's like, what am I worried of? You know what I mean? Like, I could literally just leave the whole lane open. He's not going to go score. He's going to pass it out every freaking time. Every time he looks for the pass, every time. It doesn't matter how easy the bucket is. You know, like, you can literally see players disrespecting him on the court and be like, all right, I'm going to leave you free. I know what you're going to do. Boom, put my hand up. You're going to pass it. Like,
yeah. So you're complaining that Lonzo passes the ball too much, but we're all complaining that Lonzo doesn't average enough assists.
But bro, he's not averaging shit. That's the problem. He's not
averaging
assists.
He's averaging 13, bro, with injuries. That is not, like, horrible. He's been injured, the guy.
Bro.
I'm giving this guy a break.
I'm talking about stat lines where he gets, like, freaking, like, 3 points, 4 assists, and, like, you know. Like,
bro, he's not even the second option scoring on his team, bro.
Bro, that's fine. Lonzo Ball should drop 10 points for you every night.
He's averaging 13.
10 points for you every night, at the very least. but no stat lines like that game against his brother. I'm hung up on that game. Because I want Big Bro to win.
Why?
Because he's Big Bro.
What the fuck does that mean, bro?
Bro, he's the big brother. How do you let your little brother disrespect you like that?
It's not disrespect, bro. It's not disrespect, bro. LaMelo beat him in the backyard before. He had to show him what the fuck it was in the NBA court. That's all it is. LaMelo can ball.
What's Lonzo averaging right now? 13 and 13? And
nah, 13 and 4 or some shit. 13, 4 and 6. Oh no, 13,
what?
4 and 4.
So you said he was averaging 13 assists or
no 13 points.
13 points.
13
okay,
points.
I thought you said he was averaging 13 assists, and then you said he was averaging 13 points.
No.
13 points, 4 assists.
Yeah. And 4 rebounds.
Okay.
Yeah, so but you were saying that he was always taking it to the rim and always kicking it out for a pass. That he's passing the ball too much. And
I'm saying that like he's not a 50-50. You know what I mean? It's like he's passing the ball too much. The passing the ball is not a bad thing. That's his best skill. He should be passing the ball more, like a lot.
Yeah.
But, like make the defense doubt what you're gonna do.
Facts,
you know
but
at
the same
like,
time,
add,
it's
like that's all I'm asking from him. Like just like add some versatility. You know what I mean? Like make the defense doubt it. Make the defense be like, oh, is he gonna pass or is he gonna score? Which is the way LaMelo plays.
Yeah, but bro, their system, the way the Pelicans are right now, their main like scorers, they need the ball in their hands. Zion and Bi.
Bro, Lonzo, I feel like Lonzo and Zion are a beautiful combo.
Yeah,
like,
but Bi is a ball dominant baller.
He is.
Exactly. So like he needs the ball in his hand, bro, and Zion needs the ball in his hand. So it's like, and him being injured, that doesn't help his case at all. Lonzo needs to be put out of fucking system, switch into a team, come off the bench, be able to do his thing however the fuck he wants. The same way they did Melo. You take.
I mean, Melo's starting these days too, and he's still dropping like 30 points.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, exactly. But that's because what? Terry
like
Rozier
if Lonzo's been starting and he's not dropping, like, you know, he's like, I don't want to hate on the kid, man. I just like feel like
too much, bro. You're ripping the guy.
Bro, I actually love Lonzo Ball. Like, I just want him to do well. That's why I'm ripping him so hard.
You're like a father that's expecting so much from his kid.
Exactly. Like I expected a lot from him, bro. Like I expected a lot from him. That when he got traded to the Pelicans, I'm like, oh man, this guy with Zion and Bi's there with him too. Like he's about to destroy the league. Like I think he's a great passer. I think he's one of the best passers. But like I don't know.
It's like if these guys ever had to be a big three, he'd be a Chris Bosh.
A big three with who?
Like Bi and Zion.
Oh yeah.
He'd be a quiet one. So like, if we want to see what we want to see out of Lonzo, he needs to move out of that system for sure. I know exactly what you're talking about, but he's just not that guy on that team. And when LaMelo's on the court, it's like there's like 2 or 3 better players than him on the court with him. So realistically speaking, it's like he has more ways of scoring than any of these guys. So like, I'd rather give the ball to Melo anyways. Their system fits him perfectly. We're all complaining about the fact that he was coming off the bench, this, that, whatever, but nah.
I wasn't complaining. I thought that was great for him.
I can't lie, bro. I was pissed at first, but now,
yeah,
like,
I don't get why people were pissed. He's a rookie, man. Let the kid learn how to play.
Facts.
You're gonna stunt his development by making him start and like fucking him up. Like, let him get into the game. Let him learn. Like, you know, the guy's 19.
That's what I'm saying.
19. Like, yeah. Teen. Emphasis on teen. That guy's not even a man, bro. Like, he's still a teenager. Like, bro, give the kid some time.
Facts.
Anyway, brother, did you watch the Leafs game last night?
Last night? Was it last night?
Yes, it was.
Oh, 5-1. Yeah, I watched that game.
You watched that game, right?
Yeah, I watched that game. What you gonna talk to me about? Wayne Simmons?
This week? Well, yes. This week? God damn. I'm sorry, Vancouver fans. We made you guys. I don't want to use the B word, but that's what you were.
That's
what you were. God damn. Like, I thought Vancouver was gonna be decent this year.
Yeah.
They could possibly be with the worst team in the division or bottom 2 with Ottawa.
Jeez,
like, at least with Ottawa, you know that. Bro, but at least with Ottawa, you know they're gonna put in some effort. You know, like Vancouver looks like they ain't even trying, man.
Bonsoir.
Tell the people what that is in English.
Yo, super low key, I don't even know what passoir is in English.
Do you know what's funny? I don't know either. I think
shit.
it's strainer. Like, yeah.
That's what it is?
Yeah. It doesn't sound like the English word doesn't sound as like funny as
English is whack as fuck.
But yeah, man. Like freaking so first game, you watched that game too. We were FaceTiming while during some of that.
Yeah.
7-3.
Slap up.
You said that's the highest scoring hockey game you've ever seen, right?
Facts.
Dude, Austin Matthews 2 goals.
Spezza, my
Jason
boy.
Spezza. Big shout outs to Jason Spezza. A hat trick at how old is this guy? He's like 38 or something.
Yeah.
Like a hat trick as a fourth liner. My God.
That was crazy. I did not expect that from him whatsoever.
And his second goal and third goal were both nice too. Like they weren't ugly goals. The second goal, I don't know if it was the second or the first goal, but like he scored that bullet slap shot.
Yeah.
And it's like the goalie has to have that, but damn, that was a nice shot. And then the third goal, the slow motion didn't do it justice, but at game speed, nasty. Cuts to the side, boom, cuts inside, tucks it in.
That game would have been better if it was an empty netter, bro.
What?
That game would have been better if it was an empty netter for Vancouver.
What do you mean? Like if they got an empty netter?
Yeah, they would have played better.
Empty netter? What do you mean?
As in, if they didn't have a goalie, they would have played better because that goalie cost them the game.
Yeah, I mean, well, they put their other goalie in last night and it wasn't much better. So
I mean, 5 is better than 7.
And all our stars came out to play this game too. So
Facts.
Matthews with 2 goals, Spezza 3, Tavares 1 goal, Marner a goal and 2 assists, Nylander 2 assists, Riley 2 assists. So big game from all that's our core right there. That's all our best players.
Yeah.
All of them had at least 2 points.
Thank God, man. They're actually performing this season. It's crazy.
They're performing really well.
It's
I mean,
crazy.
like Vancouver is a low bar. No offense, sorry Vancouver fans, but like after those 2 games, like they need to fix up. That was bad. That was bad. And then they had the chance to redeem themselves last night, and the score is 5-1. So Wayne Simmons. That's my guy. That's my guy. The Wayne train. Are y'all on the Wayne train now? Are you on the Wayne train now? All those guys in the comments hating. Are you on the Wayne train now?
The Scarborough boy came to play.
And both those goals were nice. That first goal, little curl. He was patient with it. He's like, you know what? There's nobody to pass to. Boom, top corner.
I didn't even know he had it. I didn't even know he had it like that, yo.
Bro, he was a 30-goal scorer in the league. I'm telling you, this rest did him well. This guy, what does he have right now? He's got what 6 goals in his last like 6 games or something like that, or does he have 5?
That's crazy.
But, and he was started off as a fourth liner. Yo, you might have to pick this guy up in fantasy. I gotta check if he's available, but
This guy.
was like. People won't do it because they don't trust like he's on a hot streak, which I understand, but shout out to Wayne Simmons, man. I'm so happy with him. What a signing. We're paying that guy $700,000.
Damn.
We're paying that guy $700,000, bro.
Damn.
700,000, and he's doing this, bro. They need to extend that guy right away. If he scores any more goals, we can't afford his ass no more. Damn, bro.
Yo, people were actually hating on that guy though. That's crazy.
Oh, they were, man, because Simmons is kind of known as like a bit of a goon, which he but he just plays hard. Like he fights, he hits and stuff.
Yeah.
He can score and he works hard, man. Like, do you see the goals this guy's scoring? Scrappy in front of the net. His second goal of the night after that first goal was nasty. That was and the nicest goal he scored this season. But that second goal was a tip, and. Also, shout out to Lehtonen too. I don't know if you noticed him, the game. He got 2 assists off. I think both of them were tips, but he had it on the Wayne Simmons tip. He's a guy we got over from, was it Russia or Sweden this season?
What's his name?
Lehtonen.
What? I never noticed that guy on
It's
ice.
Yeah, he's in the 6th pair of the defensemen. He gets subbed out and in for games. So this is one thing. The Leafs right now this season. we've always had a issue with defense, and now we have too many defenders, which is not a problem. There's a player you haven't seen this year who I think is gonna be, like, he's basically our best prospect, and I think he's gonna be our next best defenseman. And it kind of sucks for him that he's not playing this season, but it makes sense. Like, he's young. We have more vets on the team. We, like, you know, you're last on the pecking order. But he played for like a good amount of last season on the last pair. Rasmus Sandin. This guy has not even seen the ice this year because we have so many defensemen.
Damn.
Travis Dermott just got injured. Do you know who Dermott is?
No, I haven't heard that boy either.
So Travis Dermott just got injured, but we're okay. Like, that's something that, like, since 2016, which is basically when the Matthews, Marner, all that stuff started.
Yeah.
We've never had a defensive core that, like a Travis Dermott injury would kill us. Like, we'd be screwed right now. We'd be calling up someone from the minors, like freaking Marincin, who's trash, to play for us, you know? And, like, no, bro, that guy gets hate from Leafs fans. But that would be that's our seventh option. Now we've got 8 guys. At least 8 guys. We got Riley, Brody, who's the top pair. Brody's new this season. I know you fuck with Brody.
Yeah, I fuck with Brody.
We got Muzzin and Hall. And Muzzin, I love Muzzin. Works hard, fights hard, plays hard. Like, I don't know if you remember the Calgary game where he flipped the puck onto the guy's chest and he got cheesed.
Yeah, that was fucked. That was fucked. Why do you do that?
Shit. Because he's just like, because Tkachuk is a pest. Like, he's like one of those guys in the league. He's like a Bradley Beal. He's like, yo, fuck that guy. You know, like, he's annoying. He's always trying to fight and shit. So,
yeah.
So, like, love to have him on your team. Hate playing against him. So, yeah. And honestly, bro, that was super passive. He just, like, put a little puck on his chest. Like, it could have been way worse. He could have came and, like, fought him or something. I think he hit him at the end of the game.
Yeah,
so he just said, like, so he basically told this guy, here, keep the game puck. We beat you guys twice. So.
He made him his bitch on the spot.
Or did we beat him twice? Did we lose to them? I don't know. I don't remember. But, no, we only lost to Edmonton. Yeah. So I think we beat them twice, but
we got a proud Leaf fan in the room. I'm so proud of your team.
Yeah, man, bro, we're having a great start to the season. I don't want to say great season yet. Great start to the season. The season's starting off very well. So, yeah, Lettinen, we got him from I think the Swedish league, but like I'm not sure. So, got him overseas. He's 26, so he's got like. I know you don't consider that a vet.
He's a vet.
Like, you know, I would consider him a vet. Like, he's a vet from overseas. Like, he's a rookie in the NHL, but like he's got miles on him. You know, he's played games. And right now we got Riley, Brody, Muzzin, Hall, and then the last pair has been Bogosian and Bogosian and Dermott, and then flipping with Lettinen, and then we have Sandin. So like we got like a good depth on defense, which is something that we haven't had, and it's really obviously helped us this season. Like, our defense looks better, I feel like, now, because these guys have competition. They're working harder. We have more veteran presence on our defensive core, like older players, which we didn't have before, and I think that's helped us a lot this season. It's just, this team looks solid. Like, Wayne Simmons was an addition that people were excited about, because once again, he's a vet, and in your terms, he's an actual vet, 32. So he adds a lot to the team. And in this game, Wayne Simmons 2 goals, Matthews 2 goals, Hyman a goal and an assist, Mitch Marner 2 assists. Like, solid game once again. Like, our stars showed up. That Matthews Marner combo is deadly, absolutely lethal. Like, I was looking at the NHL page, and like every time they play a game, it's Matthews Marner as like the play of the night and stuff.
These guys are crazy together, man. It's insane.
They're so nice together. They're brothers, you know, like they're best friends. Those guys love each other. So, like the lines before used to be Matthews and Nylander used to be together all the time, and then Marner, before Tavares came, was like on the second line, and then when Tavares came, it was Marner Tavares, and then they flipped Nylander and Marner last season for the first time. And like Matthews and Nylander had really nice chemistry too their first couple seasons, but then after it just wasn't working the same anymore.
Marner's such a great passer, it's insane.
A beautiful passer. I think he's the best passer in the league right now. Honestly, I think he's the best passer in the league. Oh, also shout out to Nick Patan on one of Spez's goals. I don't know if you remember, but there was a beautiful saucer pass across, and he scored. Do you remember that?
Nick who?
Nick Patan. He's also like He's an extra guy. Bro, I know all these players because I've been following
That's
the team for years.
crazy. Why am I not paying attention to these guys?
He's an extra guy. It's okay. He's an extra guy who like never plays, and they brought him in for this game.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can remember. He gave a beautiful saucer pass to Spezza. I think it was in that. Yeah, it was definitely in the hat trick game. I don't know if you remember that. I think it might have been his. It was one of his goals for sure. Was it the Spezza? I think so. So like yeah, he gave him a beautiful saucer. Don't remember that?
Nah.
But yeah, that was a beautiful pass. That guy's like he's super talented, but he's small, and it's just like there's no room for like usually on the lower lines you don't have talented players. You have like more players that work, you know, like hardworking guys and stuff, like and
The hustlers.
Yeah, the hustlers. And if you're talented but you're not like super talented, it's kind of like it's hard for you to crack a lineup, you know?
Yeah.
Because like yeah, you got all the talent, but like your skill level is going to keep you in these bottom lines, and in these bottom lines that's not what you want. You don't want a small guy with skill, because like he's going to get abused on those smaller lines on those
They're gonna
lines,
beat his ass.
Yeah, so like
The same way they did Mahomes today, but that's besides the point.
Hey man, like I don't want to roast the kid. Like I felt bad for him. I literally just thought that like he had no one to pass to. But anyways, we're done with football. We're talking about hockey right now. So, final thing, Ovechkin, he is now 7th all time on the goal scoring list. So, congratulations to my guy. That's my favorite player in the entire league. I know you like Ovi too.
I mean, I haven't like really paid attention to any of his like games or like, but I've seen highlights and shit. I know he's nice.
I mean, Ovi like as
Ovi like I consider a vet. You know what I mean? That's a vet to me. He's been in the game. He's been doing his thing.
Yeah, he's a vet, but he's also still prime. That guy still performs.
Exactly.
I feel bad for him too because man, he's 7th all time on the goal scoring list, but this guy's been through 2 lockouts, a canceled season because of freaking COVID, a shortened season because of COVID. So like basically like 4 seasons of this guy's career are cut, and like I could only like like that time you can never get back. That's time that like for him to get numbers. So I feel like he won't finish as high as he could have finished.
Facts,
And
I believe that.
he's 7th all time, but I think Ovi is the greatest goal scorer in the history of the NHL. I think you put this guy in any era, he scores, and he could play in any era too because he hits hard. This guy scores goals and he bangs bodies. That's what he does.
He's been playing for a minute, that boy, no?
Yeah, he's been playing. He was drafted in 04. So, yeah, he's been playing. Yeah, was he drafted in 04? Yeah, 04. And
I need to go catch some highlights.
Crosby was 05. So, oh man, there's like... You got highlights with Ovi for days. Especially early on in his career, he dangled a lot more. Now it's kind of like he's kind of become automatic from his spot and just like hits his slap shot at the top of the hash marks, which like people roast him for that. But like, I don't get like how you can make fun of someone for scoring goals. They're like, he always scores the same way. But he's scoring though, right? My guy still gets like 40 a season at freaking 33.
Yeah, that's what you say to me in FIFA. He always scores the same way.
Let's not get into FIFA. We retired from FIFA a long time ago. You don't even play FIFA anymore. But anyways, shout out to Ovi. Shout out to Ovi for his 7th all time. For being 7th all time on the goal scoring list. So, anyways, let's move on to a debate. Podbait. This is a segment I want us to have. I don't know if we're gonna keep that name.
Podbait.
It's a little corny. Podbait.
How y'all feel about it?
How do y'all feel about that? If you guys got better suggestions, please share, because we could use them. You could see our creativity on that one. Podcast, debate, Podbait. Like, not the greatest name ever, but it works for now. We also forgot to do our 3 stars at the beginning, so maybe we could do that at the end. So for basically what we're gonna do with this segment, the Podbait, or our regular debate of every show, is every week me and Killian are gonna pick a debate. We're not gonna tell the other person about it. This week it's my turn to pick, and basically we're gonna have a debate. So today my debate is Steph Curry MVP.
Fuck no.
You don't think no chance? You don't think he's an MVP candidate?
No chance whatsoever.
0 chance. Okay,
Zero chance.
So what goes into making you an MVP? Does your team have to make the playoffs for you to be an MVP?
Yes.
Guaranteed?
Yes.
Has there ever been an MVP on a team that didn't make the playoffs?
No. Never. because the MVP has always been the best player on the best team that very season. That's just what it is. There's no
Really?
way.
Was Milwaukee the best team last year? And the year
Yeah.
before that?
Yeah.
They were the best team both years.
Record wise, yes.
Really?
Record wise, yes. Numbers wise, yes.
Who won the MVP before Giannis?
I want to say. No, it was not Steph. Was it Steph or Russell? Oh, actually, no. It's not
No, I
about
feel like that was older. That was longer ago. Like, I don't know.
Not always the best team, but like it has to be huge on the numbers, and you have to make the playoffs.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like Steph is having a huge number. He just dropped 54 this week.
57.
57. Bro, 57, and then he had 60. He's had some big games this season. This guy's had, like, huge games this season.
There's no way this guy's getting MVP. There's, like, you can name, like, 3-4 players right now, like, that deserve MVP more than Steph, dude.
Yeah, for, like, I mean, what? Embiid?
Embiid, LeBron. Who else?
Is Giannis even in the race this year?
Giannis could be in the race this year. KD could be in the race.
KD is in the race.
KD came back from an injury jumping 30, bro. Come on.
KD for sure.
Yeah, bro.
I don't. Okay, what if they make the playoffs? Let's say they go on a run, they make the playoffs with the numbers that Curry is putting up right now.
Fam, they
Can
make
he win MVP?
No.
What's
They make the playoffs. They're getting out first round.
Okay.
Even if they get Utah in the first round,
wait. But don't they put the votes in before playoffs though?
Yeah, I don't know about.
No, they have to, because then that would influence the votes, like for non-playoff trophies.
I think the playoffs have always influenced the MVP votes.
Really?
I think so. Over the past few years, I think the MVP like results were like during the playoffs, weren't they?
I mean, I don't know, man. You tell me, because I don't really know how the NBA works. I know how the NHL works, and I know in the NHL they vote for those trophies before the playoffs start.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think the playoffs some way somehow have always impacted the MVP votes. Some way somehow. It was always
because you're a regular season MVP, so the playoffs shouldn't
facts.
matter.
It shouldn't matter, but like the MVPs, what are they? Isn't it a biased opinion, anyways?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's votes from the news, from media. So.
You think Steph Curry can win that? Yeah, exactly. But you think Steph Curry can win that? There's LeBron, there's KD.
I think that he should be considered an MVP candidate, and then I guess it depends on Golden State's record at the end. Do you think he even deserves to be a candidate? Is he even in the conversation?
Look, this is how I'm seeing it. Okay? The two best players in the league are LeBron and KD. Both of these guys are in the conversation. But
the best player in the league doesn't win the MVP every year.
Okay, facts. But both LeBron and KD, being the best players in the league, are both in the MVP candidate race. Okay? Like, you know what I mean?
I could see KD getting it.
Exactly. So, like...
I could see KD getting it for, like, yeah, his performance, but also just, like, the benefits of, like, his return and, like, what it... You know, the media and things like that.
No one has ever come back from an Achilles injury and play like that. Like, hello, you coming back from Achilles injury, you're dropping 30 on these guys? That's little boy to you. Like, come on. That's baby food.
So, you're saying that even if Golden State plays well, if they somehow make it into the playoff, they somehow go on a little run.
Yeah.
Steph Curry, not even a candidate. Like, he's not even in the convo.
He's literally gonna have to keep going with numbers like that. He's gonna have to go crazy for them to, bro.
Right, he's been going crazy.
He's literally,
especially with the double teams this guy's been getting. Like, I don't know how he's doing what he does, man.
I need to see Curry play against, like, you know, like the playoff teams that we're worried about. I want to see how he's gonna handle that. Yeah,
I mean, who did he drop 57 on? The Timberwolves?
Dallas.
I mean, Dallas is having a bad season, but they were a playoff team, playoff contender, no?
Exactly, but you dropped 57 and you're still losing when Luka dropped 42. It's like, how far can that team really make it? Is what I'm saying. Like, Steph Curry's gonna have to drop numbers, you know what I mean, for him to even get to that conversation.
I feel so bad for them. I honestly think if Klay would have came back this year, that they would have been one of the best teams in the league.
Klay's a monster, and they need him. That I will forever say it. I will forever live by that. Without Klay, that team's not the same. Without Klay,
for sure. Who do you think's more important to the team, Klay or Steph? Like, if one of them had to be injured right now between the two, Clay or Steph.
I'd rather have Clay on the court than Steph. I'm sorry. I have other
Yeah.
people on the team that can make plays for. I think Klay Thompson is a better shooter than Steph, with my own opinion, like, realistically speaking.
I think he's more consistent for sure.
Like, I
don't think
know.
his range is as great, but I think he's more consistent.
Yeah. But, like, Klay Thompson, to me,
Like-
he's a machine, bro. He's a machine. After that 37-point quarter, bro, I don't, like...
No, he's nice, man. He's
You
nice.
know?
Bro, I love Klay Thompson. But, like, I mean, I guess this is another debate of greatest shooter. I know you don't think Steph is the greatest shooter, but I see this guy warming up in the Mavericks game and hit like 7 freaking threes in a row from the logo, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
I don't know, man.
What is wrong with this guy? Like, he literally, if he's open, he can score from anywhere, anywhere on the court, past the half line. Like, he's scoring anywhere.
He's a problem. I just don't.
His range
think
is ridiculous. Like,
his
the consistency
yeah.
is not the same as Klay. That's the thing. Klay is consistent and he's defensive, which is great. But I feel like I don't know who Golden State would rather have. Obviously, they would rather have both. But I feel like if they have to pick between the two, like, I don't know if Klay is scoring like Steph is scoring without Steph. You know what I mean? Like, who's getting Klay the ball? Because who's carrying on that team? Who's carrying the ball up the court? Who's making the plays?
I mean, without. I think,
Without
but that's my thing though. Without Steph, what you're losing is someone making plays, but it's not like they don't have anyone else to make plays.
So, like, who's carrying the ball up the court if Steph's not there?
Draymond can make plays. Damian Lee is out there. Like, Kelly Oubre could bring the ball up the court. I'm just saying, like, in this, I'd rather have Klay Thompson on the court than Steph Curry. You're losing big on defense. The shooting, you're getting it back. The ball handling, you can get it somewhere else. Like, Klay Thompson can literally run around the court, just stay there, boom, pull up. Like, he's a machine.
So can Steph.
I mean, but Steph has to handle the ball a lot more than Klay does.
To me, I feel like you're gaining on defense, but you're losing on offense.
I don't know.
And I'm not talking about the scoring, like the shooting, the three aspect. I'm talking about like the carry up, the plays, and stuff like that. I feel like offensively, Steph Curry is better than Klay.
I don't know, man.
Bro, I feel like offensively he is. I know, like,
he got more handles. He can put the ball in the floor.
To me, Klay is 3 and D. Like, Klay is 3 and D. Like, you know, where Steph is like, he's one of the best point guards in the league. Like, I feel like offensively, like, Steph does more for you than Klay. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Klay can score, but like Steph does it all. He can handle, pass, shoot the three, drive the bucket. You know.
Yeah.
So. And I feel like that's why they work so well together, because Klay, the way Klay plays is great for the way Steph plays, because Steph has someone to kick the ball out to that he knows is going to score every time.
Yeah.
You know? Like, that's why that dynamic is so great, too, because Draymond, like, opens up for Steph and Klay. Like, right now, Steph's getting double-teamed. Like, with Klay's on the court, that's not happening. Like, you're not leaving Klay open. You know? Like, so...
I mean, regardless, like, Steph Curry, in order to be stopped, he has to get double-teamed.
Yeah.
Especially right now. But I don't know how long he's going to be putting up these numbers, bro. Louis MVP, I doubt it. I doubt that.
All right. Well, on that note, brother, I'm getting kind of tired. I think we should call it a night for tonight. How are you feeling? You still got energy?
I just want to give a quick shout out to girls and women in sports.
Okay.
Because
anyone specific? Why? What brings this up?
Because it was Girls and Women International, like, Sports Day, like 2 days ago.
Oh, I didn't even know about this.
Yeah.
And I mean,
you know, I need Toronto to have a WNBA team.
You know, we just got a NHL, like, not a NHL, but like a women's hockey team, right?
Did
Toronto
we
6.
actually?
Yeah. Recently, we got them this season. So, they're streaming on Twitch. So, pretty innovative way.
No fucking way.
Yeah. So that's how they're broadcasting off Twitch.
I've been watching a lot of fucking university ball and UConn basketball. These girls are nice. It's crazy. Anyways.
Well, I mean, good sentiment. That's a great way to leave the pod. Shout out to women's in sports. I just saw Serena Williams video the other day where she's flaunting trophies and stuff, and she's like, "Oh, that's some trash," and I'm like, "Damn." You the GOAT. You the GOAT for real. Oh, this is ugly. Like, oh, this is second place. We don't have second place here. Boom. Throw that shit. But, anyways, shout out to women in sports. Let's call this a day, brother. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Episode 4 complete.